Hello everyone, Elite TV Agent here. The third part of episode 70 finally came out, and it was freaking intense. But at the same time, tears almost run down my face after I witnessed the death of 3 of my favorite characters. In this video you will see all Easter eggs, literally, and hear what Large TV Man said, and also why the secret agent took Plunger Man from us. Sit back and relax because it's gonna be amazing. Now here we go. The episode starts off right after part 2. When our brave duo was getting ready to head out and face what they had to face. But immediately as Plungerman walked up to Dark Speakerman, we saw the same egg toilet from the troll leak that Boom sent to Creek Craft. And if you didn't know, this I reference to the YouTuber by the name Steak, and yes, Boom made the egg toilet canon. As they walked outside, we hear a loud banging noise coming from the door that they came through from part 2. But I don't think it's a toilet, because the toilets have access to every room in this base. So maybe it's the reinforcements trying to get in with Large TV Man. As they flew through the hallway, they stopped at a corner, and we see a toilet going about his business. But as we walked closer to a door in front of us, the text showed above, transmission error, recording error, and this was the same thing that was shown in episode 68 part 3 if I'm correct. And I think this only happens when the secret agent is present so no one can record him. But as this strange text appeared, a toilet came out from the room we was heading to. But he seemed to be ignoring us, but we suddenly became invisible. That's why the toilet didn't attack us. I don't know how we suddenly came invisible, but it's strange. Maybe I was the work of the secret agent. But as we looked at the toilet, Dark Speakerman didn't seem surprised that he was invisible at all. But nevertheless, we saw a strange figure stoking us. It was the lucky cameraman. He actually survived. It seems like he faked his death, or was revived. And he also had a strange glow on his flash camera. We turned around as Dark Speakerman gives us the sign telling us, let's go. But as we was walking to the door, we heard a strange voice. After replaying this for a while I heard, it was silly, my little pond will kill you. Seems like I can't trust you, goodbye. At first I thought this was just a random voice, but after listening I kept hearing it. I knew that it was someone, and the first person that came to my mind was the secret agent, and he sounds a lot like Male 07. As we walk in we saw him smiling at the scientist and he left. Perhaps he and the scientist used to work together and they broke apart and he turned into a toilet. As the scientist turned around and saw us, a huge grind was on his face. Blood think he can kill this duo, but he underestimate them. We turned around and the toilet that passed us was coming to help the scientist, but he was too slow. Plungerman closed the door on him as he dug his lasers. The scientist pressed a button that activated a random laser, but we turned it off. But we was almost killed by another laser, but we turned it off. The scientist was trying to escape, but we closed the door on him. This remote is really coming in handy for us. As he looked like he had no other option, he pressed another button and a black smoke appeared. He was going to teleport, but we turned it off. And I was shocked seeing that my theory on the teleport ability was just tech. But nevertheless, we challenged the scientist, and he fired his laser at us, but we easily dugged it. After he was pierced in the head by one of Dark Speakerman's new knife, Speakerman jumped at him, and we did the same, but we got pushed back. And we saw the most tragic thing. Dark Speaker was split into 2 pieces, straight throw away. This got Plungerman really mad as he jumped towards him, and to our surprise Dark Speakerman wasn't finished. We throw the plunger in his eye and he got mad as he was bleeding. We got shot by his laser, but we blocked it with the gun we picked up in part 2. And we weren't ready for what we 7 was about to see. The scientist killed Speakerman right in front of us as he got flipped off. This literally had me speechless because I thought main characters never die. But I was proved wrong. The scientist had a wicked smile on his face as he took the remote and fixed the button and got ready to teleport. But the door opened, and it's really strange, cause you need the remote to open that door. Perhaps they had one, but as the door opened it was the reinforcements. Large man came in while saying, I'll demolish you in reverse. And it seems like he got a few upgrades. Instead of TVs, he has speakers, and he had a black TV beam that observed the black smoke from the scientist. The scientist got ready to fire his laser, but TV Man used his white TV beam blinding the scientist for a while. The scientist pressed some more buttons, opening a use hole in the ground and jumping in. But TV Man looked down and said, fall back, and reversed. The scientist came up with a bigger and stronger body, looking kinda like G-Man. And there was a theory that the scientist actually has more bodies, and this theory was confirmed. He fired his lasers at the door, breaking it. Behind the scientist, the female trio arrived with the large cameraman. They jumped on the scientist while the large cameraman distracted him. This boss fight was amazing, and I am lost for words. The scientist landed an attack on the large cameraman, and he fell. But personally, I don't think he died. The scientist had a disgusting smile on his face. But after a moment of silence, he started moving around and screaming. The woman have found his body. The real body of the scientist flew out with all the woman attacking him. He threw TV woman's head, as camera woman and speaker woman was dealing with him. He threw both of them off one by one. The woman surely wasn't done fighting as they stand and got ready to attack again. Oh, the female trio is actually amazing. And I predicted that large TV man or scientist will die. Fortunately, I was wrong about TV man dying. But people predicted that dark speakerman died. But later in the video you will see how many predictions came true and what did not. The scientist stared at them and pressed a button. But before I tell you what happened next, just how many buttons dose this guy has, soon we would see him with a button that hopefully gives me a Valentine's. But that's besides the point because the scientist wasn't ready for what's about to happen next. As the scientist pressed a button, it opened up a hole in the ceiling, and this coward attempted to fly away. But our Titan trio was patiently waiting for him, and this scene got me laughing so hard like it was hilarious. He tried to escape, but Titan cameraman grabbed him, and we can hear that he begs for mercy. But he doesn't deserve mercy after the thing he have done. Titan cameraman give him a taste of his fire core, then throw him to Titan TV man. And Titan TV man just crushed high with his bare hands with a smile on his face. After handing him to Titan speakerman, his when torture really starts. Titan speakerman just stared straight him, remembering all the things he did because of him, and used a loud and powerful sound wave on him and repeatedly smash on the wall for 10 seconds straight while going faster each second. This sense was so anticlimactic as Titan cameraman and TV man just stared at him with silence. But take a close look at Titan TV man. His left TV monitor is broken, and that didn't happen from the Astro toilet as we saw it was fine. Perhaps this happened off screen, and this toilet had to be powerful to damage this beast. After the death of the scientist, we took off our protective lens and large TV man teleported next to us, and he looked heavily damaged. He looked at us and said, "Just a scratch in reverse." This probably means that he can get repaired easily, and this is very impressive. But unfortunately the other agents that was with the large TV man didn't make it. Press F for everyone that died in this battle. We desperately crawled to Speakerman's aid and dabbed him with his last strength, and he died in front of our eyes. We looked at camera woman, and we saw a TV woman with a crying face that we never saw before. As we looked up, we saw the lucky cameraman. At first I thought I was a ghost, but he was just used invisible. That means it was him we saw earlier, and it was he who turned us invisible. We see that he looks sad as he walk away and turn invisible. I do not know why he did this, but tell me her thoughts. And we also saw the two cameramen that we thought died back in episode 69 part 1. But seems like they also faked their death and is working for the secret agent, but walked up to each other and did a handshake before looking at us. Then they flash camera turned green and a white flash appeared. It looked like we were in some type of dream, but we saw the secret agent sitting behind a desk with a camera, speaker, and a TV head on his desk. And we also saw a computer head. This may be a hint that we will get a computer race. But if you look closely, he was watching the TV. And this is how he sees and know everything that goes on in the series. And if you take a look at the background, it looks like he's in a dark building. Just listen to what he said.
Well done. Thanks to you, that scientist is cooked. However, bigger threat is coming. That's why certain things have to remain secret. There is no evidence left, except one thing. This battle you did not survive. Plunger.
Yes, this is one of the twin cameramen. After you will know why he killed my second favorite character. After we left that strange place, our body started to spark. I already knew what was going to happen. Camera woman was coming to our aid, but was stopped by TV woman with other new sad face. This scene was really tragic, because I like both Dark Speakerman and Plunger Cameraman, and they died in the most brutal way. But why did the secret agent did this? This is hard to explain, but he killed him because he knew too much. And that would have given the Alliance a huge advantage, and the show must continue. It's just like the multiverse. The analysis YouTubers kills agents if they get their hands on the book because it will spoil everything. And that is what the secret agent is doing. He is making sure that everything is fair, and that's why he doesn't take part in battles. After we looked at Titan Cameraman and with our last strength we gave him a thumbs up and died. And that was the end of this crazy episode, but not this video. After Plunger Man gave his last thumbs up, we see how Titan Smerman came in to take a closer look at what's going on because he looked a bit confused. This scene was so damn sad I couldn't stop thinking about it. But this seems like this is the end of the Skibidi bunker arc. And out of all the members that entered the bunker, only Lucky Cameraman and the twins survived. But why did TV Woman stop Camera Woman, and why didn't she teleport Plunger Man to the base? Maybe it's because Plunger Man is sparking and it's dangerous for her to go near him, and that's why she stopped Camera Woman. But I got one question, where's Simp Cameraman Broof? It's been a lot of episode and our favorite simp is not back. I'm starting to think that he's actually dead at this point. But I am really interested to see what will happen in episode 72. And if you paid attention to what the secret agent said, he said that bigger threats are there, revealing to G-Man and the Astro Toilet. And when one of the twin cameramen came up to him, he gave him something. It was the remote that opened the doors. I looked closely and noticed that, and you have come to an end of the analysis. I took a lot of time writing this analysis, and it's out really late, so I do apologize for that. But join my Discord server to be updated on anything, and subscribe for more. And the childish thing between me and Epic Sonnerman is over, so I will appreciate it if you stop hating on him now. And if you like, you can follow me on Instagram that you will see how ugly I look. Please don't go there. Nevertheless, Elite TV Agent out.